Okay, so here's the thing. I believe in progress. I believe that you need to get started in anything that you're trying to do. I believe that growth comes as you go. That's always been me, something that I've always shared, and it's something that I implemented in this journey. But I think I might have accidentally associated growth, or rather, conceptualized growth as something that is linear. Yeah, bo? So I thought to myself, okay, fine, growth, you go from A to B. And then maybe you fall on B. Then you from B, you go to C. Then from C, you go to D, which is, it's partly true. It's partly true because, I mean, the more you do something, like for example, like walking, if I'm trying to walk from here to the bathroom, I'll take a step, one step forward, one step forward again on my right, left, and then I'll fall, then I'll get back up and I'll continue walking. So I haven't really gone backwards, yeah, bo. And even if I do fall backwards, I know now, okay, actually, when it comes to walking, this is how you go about it. But man, with this journey has showed me so much. This journey has made me face a lot of realities. One of them being the fact that, first and foremost, if you are still here, like if you've watched the first episode, the second episode, and you are here for the third episode, I respect you. I have this amount of respect for you. I have a lot of respect for you. I do appreciate you coming back. I do appreciate, if it's your first time, like if this is the first episode that you bumping into, I also do appreciate you. But I've had time to actually go back and watch the last two episodes. I watched the first one, and initially, before I recorded the second one, I was very critical of the first one. I was like, yo, I could have done this, I could have done that. In the second episode, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna prep more. I'm gonna do this differently. The lighting, the camera, etc., etc. I recorded the second episode. Hey man, firstly it was longer. It was longer. It was about 30 minutes. I'm watching it back, and I'm thinking to myself, yo, what is going on here? And I mean, obviously, I'm very critical sometimes of myself. So I think I'm one of my biggest critiques. I'll watch something and I'll pick up on the smallest details or the smallest thing that makes something not enough, rather, you know. So I watched the second episode, and to be honest, man, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed at all, and I think it's only best that I come forward and say, I was not impressed. But I think it comes with the territory. I think when you do something, when you're recording something, and you have intentions of putting it out there are chances that it's gonna be great. The chances that it's probably gonna suck. But through it all, I think it's about growth. It's about growth. It's about learning from the past mistakes, and not removing the idea that you are gonna make the same mistake again. Yeah, but just the fact that you're able to recognize it, I think for me is a big positive. So with that being said, welcome to the third episode of Usipilo on the platform. It's been a journey. I said in the last episode I'm gonna release the following week, and I didn't. And I take full ownership of that. But I'm just realizing how difficult this thing actually is. The process is not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not meant to be easy. And I thought on the second episode, I was so certain that I had it figured out. I knew what this platform was going to be about. I knew how it would go about things. But I actually did not. And I don't think I still do. So, I tried the no prep thing. At the time I thought it wasn't working. So let me do a bit more prep. I tried the prep thing. It also did not work out. So I think, man, we'll take it as it comes. If on the day I decide I'm fully prepped and I've got something to talk about, then cool. If I get to my deadline and I have to record and I have stuff to share coming from my heart, then I will. I think this is more about trying, failing, and trying again, and failing, and trying again. A friend of mine, actually, I want to read this out. A friend of mine gave me this feedback. This was for me, just what's this? I don't know what to call it, but one thing about me, I like being able to articulate something. Yeah, bro. So if I have a thought or I have a feeling, I like to articulate it. Yeah, but so you find me sometimes I'll have a point that I want to raise and I won't raise it in the moment because I'm trying to first articulate it and then I'll say it because I don't wanna miss the weight of of the content I'm trying to deliver, or the point that I'm trying to deliver. So I try to deliver it in such a way that I think people will fully understand it, because I'm also an overthinker. So then I end up, if I just blurt it out, I'll probably just go around and not actually get to the point I'm trying to get to. So I want to read this out because he helped me better articulate what this platform is at this given time. The future, I don't know. We'll see. But for now, this is what it is. He says to me, what do you say? Say. Let me find it. So this was on my phone. Oh yeah. So this was on my phone, by the way. So I had to like email it to myself because I'm using my phone to record. So he said something along the lines of, he said something where he made me realize that this right here, this what's happening right now, me being on the third episode and recording right now in this moment, it's a documentation of a journey more than it is a content creation platform, right? So Usipilo on the platform right now, it's not about let me create content to be the most high person or to be the most popular person or whatever. That's not what it's about. Right now, especially now, it's about documenting a journey. I said, Usipilo on the platform is a storytelling platform. That's what I said, right? And that is true. And I think I was so stuck on trying to tell stories that I forgot about I'm actually in a journey myself. And I think what best way for people to watch the story than me living it out. And honestly, I think I'm from now going forward, I'm just going to live it out. And whatever happens is all on God. Like literally everything is going to be on God's hands right now. But it also made me realize, to be quite honest, you don't have to be great. I also came across this thing. I think the last 2 weeks have been awesome because I came across this quote. I just can't remember. It goes, you don't have to be great to do it. You just have to do it and greatness will come. Essentially it was around those ideas, but you don't have to be great to do it. You just have to do it and greatness will be a byproduct. It'll come after, if it comes, Don't also, if you're doing it to be great, I mean, it's cool for other people and other fields. It's more applicable. But I think when it comes to stuff like this, like a dream that you have or a passion that you have, I think you don't don't try to be great before you start doing it, because izinto zinzima at the end of the day, izinto zinzima zizinto bezikhe abantu bakwazi ukwenza into ezinzima at some point babengakwazi. And if bayaqala and you practice and you practice and you practice, it maybe doesn't become easier, the task itself doesn't become easier, but you just become better at it. And then eventually the hard tasks become easy tasks for Wena, and then you can progress to the next level. Yabo. And I think for me that was so important for me to remember, hey dude, I watched the second episode and I was like, whatever. And I'm like, why are you so harsh on yourself? At the end of the day, Zanga one night platform NJ before. And if you are rushing to be this great platform that you can articulate to people and to explain and simplify, then you're gonna miss the whole point of what is actually happening right now. Yeah, bro. And I was like, I actually wanna share this. I wanna share this to a lot of people. And you've probably seen the last 2 episodes about just start, and I keep saying it, But honestly, it's because I keep saying it because I know it's the most difficult thing ever of just getting started and having to forget about there's other factors at play. Yeah, bro. So it's beautiful, man. It's been a very challenging 2 weeks as far as the platform is concerned, as far as my idea of what the platform is. I've had conversations with people, real life conversations, which I also do appreciate. I've had minimal engagement with the numbers, because I know last time I spoke about the numbers and I tried to bring everyone in on what the platform actually looks like. I didn't really engage with that at all. I did engage with the comment that was left in the second episode by a friend of mine. But one thing I felt, or one of the things that I definitely felt in the last few weeks, is so much love, and the love didn't have to be something that is positive for the channel. Let me say positive, something that is, you are great, I love the platform. That's not what I mean by love. I mean so much love as far as people being willing to listen to what I have to say, listening to me ramble about the concerns I have about the channel, and me saying I want to drop it, I want to stop, I don't know how to go forward. The love has been amazing. And I realized in as much as whenever we get into journeys, especially journeys that concern talent or like passions and jobs and stuff, we often get so stuck in trying to prove so many people wrong. Né? I need to track this thing because laptop was acting up before we started recording. So we get into spaces whereby we try to prove a lot of people wrong, that we forget about there's a slight chance that there's more people that want to see you make it. And the whole saying about like crabs in a barrel, zonke zazinto, like, and those things do exist and they're true. And I think we can break them down of why people are jealous of other people, why abantu are so scared to see other people succeed, especially people that look like them or people that have similar backgrounds. I had an idea of why I think that is. It's not like an expert opinion, but I think it has a lot to do with us actually fearing success. Yeah, bro. And how I thought about it was, let's say you go to the gym, yeah, bro, and you see, okay, there's a 12 kg weight at Payana, but you're so used to training with 8 kgs. You don't try out like 12 kgs, but like 12 kgs is more difficult than is heavier than the 8 kg, yeah, bro. So you don't try it because maybe, just maybe, kaphakathi you're worried, but if you try that 12 kgs and you succeed the 12 kgs, now you're going to have to leave the 8 kg and actually start lifting up with 12 kg. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's how I think about it sometimes. But people actually are scared of success. People are scared of trying things out. With this platform, I was scared. I was like scared because even Kenakala, and I managed to record myself, record ngale phone with the minimal lighting that I have. I'm using natural lighting that is gonna fade away as the episode goes. But I was scared. But if I manage to do all of these things, I'll have to put it out. And if I have to put it out, then I'm exposing myself to so many opinions and so many comments and so many, like I'm making myself vulnerable basically. Yeah, bro. And if I bona nge one, but there was we upload, then was expected the second one. And then I thought to myself, why am I so scared of that? And to be quite honest, the biggest thing, sometimes it's not about, like I said last time, it's not about getting started. It's the consistency. Having to do it every week, having to do it every day, having to do it every month, having to do it every hour. That's the most difficult part. Yeah, but and that's what I was scared of. I don't think I was more worried about will I be able to put together an episode. I was more worried about if I do manage to put together an episode, the upload it, then I'm gonna have to do it again and again and again. And that's the difficult part. To be quite honest, for me, that's been the most difficult part, is staying consistent and going back to the drawing board and saying, I'm gonna record. Yeah, bro. So, but nonetheless, that wasn't the point. The point was it's been amazing, man. Like I think it's been really enlightening to how much love there is out there. Love from from my friends, love from my family. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. Love, from my partner, and so much more. Like just having a conversation with someone, and I really wanted to preach on this. Like it's gonna sound very typical. Oh, okay, love, whatever. But like love is such an underrated thing. Sometimes all it takes is asking uba unjani, like unjani ke manyani, like how are you really, and you'd be surprised how far that conversation can go. Maybe that person in that moment just needed that amount of love. But how are you? They just needed to be heard. Yeah, bro. And they just needed someone to look at their life through their own lenses. Not because sometimes, yeah, what do we do? Or what do I do? Sometimes when I'm analyzing a situation about umdunjan and then start talking, I want to look at that life and the situation through my lens, which then blinds me from how they actually feel or how they're experiencing whatever they're describing. So, and that moment of let me remove my lens, let me try to look at their situation through their lens, that gives you so much insight. Yeah, bro. So if you're taking anything away from this episode, love. And abandu, like calling someone out can be a form of tough love. And I think that's also a piece of information or a concept that we are kind of losing, because let me say I post a picture on the internet, yeah, but all my friends no one is saying anything negative in the pictures. I mean, for me, specifically because I don't have fans and haters and stuff, but no one is saying anything negative or anything critical about the picture, because they want to be positive and they want to be loving, which is great. But I would also appreciate it if, like I said, even if you don't leave anything harsh on the comments because I'll phone banglamdu. But if you can just pull me to the side and say, hey man, episode, you went too far, or you spoke for too long, or your energy was too low, or this isn't, for me, that's a form of love. And yeah, I think that's gonna be the fuel of this podcast or of this platform. But yeah, man, it's so, for me, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I really I had, like, this prep was not even prep. It was literally quotes of things that I picked up until to this point, Another one was about this whole thing of you don't have to be great. It's like preach. I think this one was like a biblical one where it's like preach faith until you have it, and then because you have it, you will preach faith. So preach greatness until you obtain greatness, and then you can preach greatness, more greatness and stuff. So I'll keep this one very short. I'm already 16 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up by the final quote where it says, the difference between good and great, or okay and good, is one more. You'll never know when that one more will come to fruition, or when that one more will prove to be beneficial. The difference between this episode reaching this platform having 3 episodes and having 2 episodes is one more episode, and it's this episode. The difference between this platform having 4 episodes and having 3 episodes is one more episode. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think take that in your mind. Let's continue preaching let's continue expressing and showing a lot more love, not just for me, to everybody out there. The people really do need it. And remember, when you're on a journey, don't nyatsa the love that comes from people. Actually, let me say it like this. Don't nyatsa the genuine love that you will be receiving, all in the name of ndifuna uthandwa ngubani bani. Iqala apha ekhaya. Unganyatsi uba hayi ichomi yami nxiba iyandithanda. It's just a friend. Maybe because it's chomi yami. I mean, it does happen sometimes, but unganyatsi. Don't nyatsa that real life because you're out there seeking uthando lwabanye abantu. Because awulazi uba olathando, what's happening today? Awuyazi uba olathando labanye abantu luza nantoni. You understand? So start here, start small, appreciate the small, and keep going. To be very honest, as I conclude today's episode, I don't know if anyone is going to be watching this. I think more than anything, I needed to record this episode for me as a note to self. So as I'm going down the line, I think this is one of the episodes I'll keep coming back to remind myself about, my man, one more, appreciate that love. The one that fueled me to record this episode, appreciate that love, cherish that love, allow that love to grow. And remember, if you feel like it's not working out, the difference between good and great, okay and good, is one more. And I just have to give this one more long enough until it pays off, or it becomes what I would like for it to become. And my vision might change down the line, but it's okay. So with that being said, man, Usipile here, and I appreciate you. Thank you for staying along for the journey. I respect you, and I will see you in the next episode, my old friend.